Hello and welcome again to my channel. This is my channel, and I'm going to do something different today. Most likely, a lot of times, most of my channel or my videos I put out is about comic book relation to some kind of comic book or whatever. Either I bought comics or a comic book haul. I'll try something different. I tried this before, but didn't really take off as well or as much as I wanted to. But I'm going to do a DVD review. So what happened is, if you're into wrestling, I'm a casual wrestling fan. 10 years ago, I was a die-hard wrestling fan because I was stuck in a situation and there was nothing else but wrestling for me to watch. But I do like wrestling, professional wrestling. I usually watch WWE, of course. I watch some AEW now, a little bit of Impact, but I'm more old school ish. Okay. Attitude Era is the sorry. Attitude Era is the most exciting era for me because that's when wrestling was super good. Then what happens was when they did the PG scenario, it kind of made it was okay, but it seemed sort of lame, very lame. But anyway, first thing I want to do is I want to talk about this DVD right here, the Ultimate Ric Flair Collection. This is 3 discs. I bought this. I did a prior video where I talked about when I'm buying this. I bought this off of Amazon for a very good price. Now, years ago, I saw this with one of my best friends, and the funny thing is, I barely remember any of this. That's the weird part. I barely remember any of this. I could have sworn I saw it. But then again, there's 2 Ric Flair DVDs. One is the story of Ric Flair, and I think that's the one I thought I was buying, but I bought this one, which is nothing but matches, him talking about certain matches. Can I do this? Like, oh, yep. But anyway, this, they say it's about 10.5 hours. According to this, it says it's 10.5 hours, but it's actually like 6 or 7 hours. Because there's only 3 discs in here. If there was a 4th disc, then I could say it could have been like 8 to 10 hours. But what happened is each disc is about 2 hours long, so it's like 6 hours. So which means they either put some stuff together and whatever, I don't know. But this is a very good. Am I a Ric Flair fan? The answer is yes. I do like Ric Flair. He was one of those kind of characters that he knows how to entertain you. He knows how to energize you. He knows how to make fun of you, and you just laugh at it. And and he's also one of the best wrestlers ever in the game. Some of the highest superstars of today consider him one of the greatest. And believe me, after watching this, because this is like a highlight of his career. And this has some matches that's not on other discs, which is kind of good. But, I'm pretty sure you can. I'm not sure if you can find this on a WWE network. Maybe you can. Maybe that's why they stopped making these DVDs, because they just make it and put it on their channel. I do have the WWE website and launch app. And, I do have it. I do pay my $9.99 or $10 a month for it. But I very rarely watch it. The parents usually watch it. Well, every now and then I will look at it for something, but I think I got this book. Not this book. I got this DVD for like $10. So, and it's worth it for $10. When it first came out, it was probably like 30, 35, but $10 is a good deal for this. It was lightly used, so it was not bad. So, I mean, if you're a Ric Flair fan, you might want to watch this. The next video DVD I wanted to show you is this one. It's a double feature of Shawn Michaels' Triumph and Tragedy, Heartbreak and Triumph, and Twist of Fate, the Jeff Hardy story. Now, when I bought this, I thought I was buying this, which is like 3 discs. I bought it, and what came is this. And I was like, oh well. I got it for like $5 to $10, so it's, I mean, am I mad? Yeah. But for, I'm going to talk about both. I only saw the documentary stuff, not the matches. The Shawn Michaels Heartbreak and Triumph, like I said, I saw the documentary of this on a different DVD. That's what I thought I bought. And so it was the same thing. Like I said, I remember watching this with my friend, and we used to do wrestling podcasts together. Well, he used to do a wrestling podcast, and I used to join him after we do one of these. And he claims that whenever we did a DVD review on his podcast, it was the highest rated one he had. You know, we do the pay-per-view afterwards, and yeah, hit and miss, but when we talk about one of these DVDs, it hit gold. So that's why when we got a chance, we try to schedule every much time together, because it was kind of funny. Has some extra stuff on here, which I don't remember. Has some of his matches, which is kind of cool. But not all of it, but just some of it. And it comes in like a double DVD like this. Flip, 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 flip. Flip, 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 flip. Alright. The next one is Twist of Fate. The reason why I'm yawning because I didn't get that much sleep. This whole weekend has been a cluster mess up for me sleeping wise. So even though I may have slept 6 to 7 hours, but it's all I woke up later. And I was like, oh my goodness gracious me. But anyway, this one, I didn't like it too much because it was like 45 minutes, the documentary. Another company years ago did a better one with him and his brother Matt, the Hardy Boy story, but they couldn't use any WWE footage because it was an outside company. But this kind of tells you his whole life story to a certain extent. But if you get this for $10, it's worth it. It's a good deal. Anything more than $10, you know, I say you're wasting. You might as well try to buy the individual ones because they have more stuff in it. So right then and there, though, that's what I viewed this whole weekend. These two, and believe me, some matches, the way how I look at it is this. And plus, last night I also saw AEW's pay-per-view, which majority of that was pretty decent. The only thing is like, what I say is that if you're watching a TV show, videos or whatnot, if you're looking at your phone, it's because what you're watching is kind of boring. Sometimes during this, I was looking at my phone, and of course during this, I was sometimes looking at my phone. That just happens because sometimes it's not totally automatically keep you engaged, in my opinion, but it kind of keeps you engaged for a certain amount of time. Just like my videos, you're engaged for a certain amount of time. If I go over that amount, you lose interest. But anyway, that's it for today. It's going to be very short, sweet, and would I recommend these videos? I would recommend the Ric Flair one. I would recommend this one totally. If you don't have it, buy it. You will love it. Okay? This double feature crap, not so much. But anyway, that's me doing a DVD review. Now, if you like this, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. I'll be doing them before I decide. I'm still going to do some more of these, but different things of movies that I own. Okay, or movies that I've seen. Okay. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye. Good luck. Take care of yourselves. And one thing I want to say, yes, this is going to go over 10 minutes now. America and this world is a very tough place. Not one person can save it. It takes more than one person to save anything. You have to work together with everybody to make things happen. If you think one person can do it all, even if they say they can do it, then you know right then and there it's too much for one person. It takes people from all the walks of life to make life better for everybody. It takes people from everywhere. It doesn't matter what your nationality is. It doesn't matter what your ethnicity is, your religious preference, your sexual preference, your sexual identity. It doesn't freaking matter. We all have to work together to make things work. And that's my preaching rant of the day. So with that, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.